Hello and welcome to another day in paradise and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropian in today's video. So following on from the last two videos that I made about the land dispute over there at Busura in the Gambia, I needed to take a fresh look at just what exactly is going on and how that could be the reason, I said could be the reason why BLAXIT is selling this piece of land so cheaply. Yesterday I didn't really go into the details of how these land disputes actually work, whether the land that BLAXIT is now trying to sell at this present moment is land that is under dispute. Then I read another news article about the Busura village and Talokoto village and their land dispute. 138,000 acres of land is currently under dispute by these two villages. And it's getting to the point in which one of these villages has threatened armed conflict if the sale of the lands which is under dispute does not stop. The two main protagonists are Lutung Jatta, the Busura village chairperson, and Olimatu Koli, the head of Talokoto village. These are the two villages that are at this present moment vying for that 138,000 acres of land. Now guys, 138,000 acres is a lot of land. It's almost impossible to police that kind of land. And that land is rural land. It's land that is covered by a forest. So in reality, if you wanted to sneak a little group of people in and show them a little clearing that you have made in the middle of the forest and you wanted to sell it to them in a way in which they could build a small development of properties there, that could easily be done without the people in Talokoto or in Busura knowing about it. This is the reason why you must be very careful about where you are planning to buy your next piece of land. So does BLAXIT know about this? Is she knowingly putting people in danger by trying to sell them cheap land that is under dispute? Well, we're going to try and answer that question today. First, I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, click the bell notification, and please consider supporting the channel on our Patreon link in the description. I'd like to also invite you to please follow the Oversight channel, the channel that is there to help you to invest on the African continent both safely and securely. Link also in the description. So in today's video, we're going to look at the nuanced nature of village culture in the Gambia. It's totally different than in, say, Serekunda or in Banjul. Why is it different? Because out in the lands, there aren't policemen patrolling these places. If somebody calls in, it's unlikely that they'll even come to check what is happening. So this is part of the problem, the regulating of the actual sales of the land in real time. So Olimatu Koli is a powerful woman. She owns thousands of acres, even without this 138,000 acres taken into consideration. So this is a woman who holds all the keys when it comes to land in this part of the Gambia. But she has been criticised for selling pieces of land which is currently under dispute. Lutung Jatta, the spokesperson for the Busura village and the chairperson of the village development committee, spoke out and said, "There is no compromise now. If the government fails to take any action to resolve the land dispute within 3 weeks, we will attack Talokoto." Now, of course, people took this very seriously. This is a lot of land we're talking about here. But actually, he goes further, and this is the area of concern that I'm having. We will do that because I have spoken to my boys about that, attacking Talokoto village. And the village head stopped us. We will do that and we will demolish all their buildings on that land. This is what I wanted to say. So guys, you could be purchasing land and you could be building your house. If that land is currently under dispute, then you might have some villagers that will come around, destroy whatever you have built, and you will have to start from square one again. Not a good position to be in. Aliou Afai, the person who I was speaking about yesterday, is the head of Busura village, and he said that this has been going on since 2015. So it doesn't look like there is going to be any solution to this anytime soon. There was a lot of work put into this, and the government actually didn't do a bad job at making sure these two villages didn't come to loggerheads somewhere in the deep forest of Busura. So what did they do? They made both of these villages sign a decree, a piece of paper to say, hey, we're not going to sell any more land. We want to make sure that the land dispute is sorted out first. Okay, that's pretty smart thinking. The problem is that Alimatu Koli has continued selling pieces of land, 70 acres here, 30 acres there. It doesn't matter to her. It's tiny. It's a tiny patch of land. So why would the leader of Busura village be angry at somebody selling pieces of land which is relatively small? The point needs to be proven by the head of Busura village, because if they don't, they are going to be seen as being soft and weak, and more people, more and more villages will take advantage of this situation and start taking pieces of land for themselves. Guys, in my opinion, I don't think it's a good idea to invest in Busura. Not at this moment, not unless you go through a large scale company like TAF or somebody else like that. You know, if you go through these large development companies, they normally have the money and the resources to take care of things, and they have scope in order to make sure that they don't get into trouble in the first place. They have that size, so if they do get into trouble, they have to do something about it. TAF has actually done a pretty good job in making sure that the land that they acquire is acquired reasonably legally. So like I said yesterday, guys, give it a rest. Don't bother. Don't bother buy land at Busura. Make sure you do not buy any land from BLAXIT. That is an actual time bomb waiting to go off, guys. You do not want to be in a situation where you have built your property, you have gone back to the United States of America or gone back to England, you come back and your house has been obliterated. Okay, you don't want to be in that situation, but you might be putting yourself in that situation if you buy pieces of land right now from Busura at a tenth of the price. Like I said yesterday, there's plenty of more land in Africa. You don't have to purchase this land. Like I said yesterday, there's plenty of more land in Africa. You don't have to worry. You can get yours, and you can get yours at a very good price as well. Guys, as a person who is running a risk management company, I tell you this, don't take the risk. Until the next time, please think twice to our bit.